I previously put a 6th generation Honda Civic up against a 2023 Land Rover Defender, and to everyone's absolute shock, the Honda Civic actually won that competition. Now today, I'm going to put it through my ultimate test and review video where this bad boy is going to face some seriously brutal challenges. First up, we're hitting the acceleration and braking tests. For the acceleration test, as you can see, this thing rockets from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 9.2 seconds. That number is absolutely phenomenal. The brakes on this machine are pretty incredible too for what it is. Only 36 meters is all it takes for this old-timer to go from 100 to 0 kilometers per hour. With these impressive results and the videos I've made about it before, we can have some seriously high expectations for this car. We set high expectations, right? Well, this is an urban car after all. It needs to perform well in the city and on highway bumps. So we're moving on to the suspension system test, where the car performed well on cobblestone surfaces. Now onto the speed bump test. Here, the car shows good smooth performance again, but it doesn't quite match up to the Subaru Legacy I tested before. If you loved that one, definitely check out that video. Moving on to urban speed bumps. Here the car has a mediocre performance. Why am I saying mediocre? Because I feel like the middle of the car, or should I say the floor of the car, catches on the bumps, which really isn't pleasant at all. But hey, nothing takes away from the value of this classic beauty. Now let's hit the handling test. We're starting at 55 kilometers per hour, where the car managed to show good performance. I pushed it to 60 kilometers per hour, and here too, the car passed this test. But then I cranked it up to 65 kilometers per hour, and that's where it couldn't handle it anymore. So I backed off just a bit and brought it down to 63 kilometers per hour, and to my total amazement, this car at 63 kilometers per hour managed to pass this test. That's an incredibly good number considering this machine has no stability control and it's ancient. Moving on to our crash tests, starting with the pillar strength test and rollover test. For the pillar strength test, we put the car under the crusher and fire it up. As you can see, the number the crusher is showing us is around 37,000 newtons. This could be a good number for this car. Why? Well, this car's age is pretty high and it's a small urban vehicle. But we're not stopping there. To make things even tougher, we're putting the car on a roll bar to see if in a rollover, this car can actually protect its occupants or not. And I can tell you, yes, this car can protect its passengers. But this part you're seeing where the occupant's hands are outside the car, I honestly don't know how to explain that to you. But don't focus on that, and overall, we can give this car a good score in this section. But setting all that aside, we're getting to the juicy part of the video, the main tests. First up, the 50% offset crash test. This is where I really need your opinion. Do you think the car showed good performance or not? Keep in mind that in these years, only limited versions of this car had airbags. What do you think? If it had an airbag, would it have made a difference? I mean, do you think it could have protected the driver better or not? Moving on to the next test, the 100% frontal crash test. Here, I can confidently say the car showed good performance. Yes, a car that's at least 25 years old managed to get through this section well. Now for the tough part of the story, where we're going to apply the head-on collision test at 55 kilometers per hour for both cars. As you can see, the performance has been excellent and outstanding, absolutely phenomenal. I have absolutely no argument about this. Helicopter, helicopter! But I'm waiting for your comments to tell me how many safety stars you think this car deserves. Moving to the next test, the rear end collision test. Again, this could be tough for the car, but there's one issue that comes up here, and it's the same thing that happened before with the Subaru Legacy video, where the rear passengers get severe neck injuries. What do you think is the reason this happened so much in older cars? Definitely let me know in the comments. Moving on to the side impact test. Here, I can honestly say the car showed mediocre performance, but relative to this car's manufacturing age, in my opinion, its performance could even be considered excellent. Why? Because the car's B-pillar showed really good resistance. True, the car's doors showed truly mediocre performance, but I can boldly tell you the pillar had excellent performance. But ultimately, you need to decide how many safety stars this car deserves. Moving to the next test, which is an extremely dangerous and terrifying test, where a Volvo truck weighing approximately 15 tons is going to crash into our car, and in front of our car is a trailer weighing approximately 12 tons. Yes, you heard right. Our Volvo truck hits the car at approximately 45 kilometers per hour, and boom, you won't believe that this car, even though it's super old, could resist this much. But in my opinion, the rear passengers would see some injury, not minor injury, but still, the car's performance wasn't bad, and you could say we can have special respect for this car. To make things a bit tougher, I placed the car at a 50-degree angle behind the trailer, and again, its performance is like the previous round, but things got a bit harder here. Why? Because the trailer landed right on the driver's roof. Yes, you heard that right. This is where something terrible happened to the driver. Moving to the next test, the pedestrian crash test. Here, we expect something from the car. Why? Because the body structure of this car can't be too hard and brutal for pedestrians. And as you can see, the car's performance for pedestrians is actually better. I can even say it might be slightly better than today's cars, except for the G-Class, of course, which was absolutely brutal for pedestrians. But I'm waiting for you in the comments. Until the next video, goodbye for now.